So I am curious. I'm curious, what what do you people want? I was set up for a tutoring session this morning that did not show up. So I wanted to just kind of show this layout that I had set up, because I was going to go through the seed words and kind of show how they're like a Venn diagram, how everything connects through these axes, these branches or these arms, these fractals of spheres that come off of the purpose, and how everything is centered around the purpose. And so as I was waiting, I was starting to ponder and wonder, what is it that people want? Do they want an easy, quick fix? Do they want it done for them? Do writing exercises even intrigue people? Does it scare people? Like, I'm pondering, when I used to write, especially, I would judge my handwriting. I would judge my spelling. I would judge what I was saying. And so then I was having all of these self-reflections. So I'm almost wondering if that is not some sort of barrier for people to want to journal or to write or to create art, is because it does give you a self-reflection of what's in your psyche, of your subconscious and your shadow. You'll see that coming through. I don't know if that's one of the issues for why people want to change, but they don't actually put in the time and the dedication to do it. Surely journaling is not the only way, but it can be a way. And it doesn't even have to be something that is done forever. I think, for myself, as I've gone through this practice, these seed words, they start to just be imprinted in my mind. So when I'm going about my day, I can have an experience and I'm like, oh, that's a connection. I appreciate that person. Or I have I walk barefoot outside in the ground. I'm like, oh, that's the ground sphere. So I make these relations in my life even without doing the actual page, because the words are seated in my mind. They're actually seated in my subconscious. Like, I can even dream about them. So I was just going to kind of, I wasn't even actually sure exactly where we're going to go with our tutoring session, but I definitely wanted to have the foundation laid out with the seed words right here. And then these are kind of like the prompts that I use, the ponderings that I use that support this word. They're not something that are like set in stone that you would have to use personally, but it's something that you could use to reflect a little bit further on what this word means. So for me, the ground sphere is to lay the foundation of something. This is the foundation of whatever your purpose is, whatever you're approaching with this form. The intent sphere, this is where you're clarifying the desire that will support the purpose. And observe, this is where I gather information about my experience, about my thoughts, about, like in this case, having a tutoring appointment that did not show up or did not let me know that they weren't going to show up. So now I have an observation of, what does that mean to my life? Like, how do I feel about that? What can I do? As a Venn diagram, this is connected. Refine is opposite of observe. So what can I do to better use my space and my time and my boundaries to help people that do want help? How can I refine my experience? That would be whatever my purpose is. And then connect, that would be to appreciate others. This might be a person, this might be somebody that is past, it could be an imaginary fictional character, it could be a tree, but you're just connecting with the energy of an other, something else. Maybe you love your car, so you go for a cruise in your car, and that's your connection that you're making, that is supporting whatever this purpose is that you have centered on the page. And then express, this is where you convey awareness. This is the awareness of what you've cultivated, through this cycle of life, of experience that is laid out in the quantum memoir. So here you might go, cook a great meal. You might do some gardening. You might journal, you might draw. There's lots of different ways that you can express yourself that would convey awareness, that would pull these ideas together. And then, as I mentioned, refine, this would be that you can enhance a lesson. So, I've learned something from this experience. Now I can make a refinement and put that here, and that sort of completes this idea, this cycle, this fruit of life cycle that gives me a personal, direct, clear experience of what I was approaching as my purpose. And then you have the outer spheres here that you can just carry these inner seeds, you know, the idea. You can put more words out here in these outer ones. You can do drawings in the outer ones. It doesn't matter. It's whatever comes forward for you. You can create seed words that somehow correlate to the inner ones. And you can have your own outer seed words that relate to things that interest you, like maybe the tarot or astrology or Ayurveda, whatever it might be. And then that would be your thought form. And you can do this, you know, whenever a situation comes up that you want to put a purpose and explore it. Or you can do this on a daily basis. That would help you with moving energy through your body to where, you know, you're grounding every day, you're connecting with people, you're expressing yourself. So this would kind of keep you out of a funk. It would keep you out of a depression. It would keep your energy moving on a daily basis. You could do it weekly, you know, you could do it for the moon cycle. There's all sorts of ways that I use this quantum memoir. I guess it's a formula from the basis of the sacred geometry shape that's called the fruit of life, that has these 13 spheres. And there's a lot more to it than just these circles drawn on the page. There's a lot more symbology just in the actual pattern or the shape that you're seeing. And wow, look at the pattern of the screen, how it's got that curve from the sun coming through it. I love it.